gentlemen, the jumpers are out and the smoke is on. As they exit the aircraft, they keep their arms swept back, legs straight, head and eyes on the team leader. As they approach terminal velocity at speeds in excess of 120 miles an hour, they will fly their bodies much like a high-performance aircraft, using their hands, arms, and legs as flight control.
Doesn't it stop for me?
The formation is built, and we now have one column of smoke. At a predetermined altitude, the team leader will give the signal for each jumper to turn 180 degrees, glide away from the center, for a safe deployment of their main canopy. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the high-flying colors of your U.S. Army Special Operations Command Parachute Demonstration Team, the Black Daggers! The parachutes used by our demonstration team are flexible wing gliders. They are constructed of a lightweight, mid-stop nylon and have an inherent forward airspeed of 20 miles per hour. To turn right, the jumper pulls down on the right steering line. To turn left, the jumper pulls down on the left steering line. As each jumper nears the ground and prepares to land, they will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously, flaring the parachute for a safe and soft landing. As you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a great deal of concentration and skill to land in such a small target area. Each jumper is now faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling the front part of the parachute down and spiraling at speeds in excess of 60 miles per hour. To set up a stack, much like you would see at a busy airport. Each jumper will fly 3 distinct phases of their landing pattern. They will start at 1,000 feet and fly a downwind leg. They will then turn 90 degrees and fly a base leg 90 degrees to the target area, finally turning into the wind at about 100 feet for their individual approach into the target area. Ladies and gentlemen, halo parachuting has been part of your military tradition since the Vietnam era. Specially trained soldiers have used this method to insert themselves behind enemy lines. Our first jumper, setting up his landing pattern, is leading our team in free fall. From Alexandria, Virginia, he is a parachute maintenance technician with over 4,240 free fall parachute jumps. He's going to let it fly. Ladies and gentlemen, Staff Sergeant Dewey Benaya. Following him in, ladies and gentlemen, our assistant team leader from Port Orchard, Washington. She is a signals intelligence analyst with 1,550 free fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Jessica Riggins. Ladies and gentlemen, our next jumper, turning in on his final approach to the target area. From Mount Hood, Oregon, he is a Special Forces Engineering Sergeant with over 750 free fall parachute jumps. Ladies and gentlemen, Staff Sergeant Kevin Haddon. And ladies and gentlemen, our final jumper entering the target area, proudly flying the POW MIA flag. He is a parachute maintenance technician with over 2,550 free fall parachute jumps. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Tony Galusha. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our demonstration for now, and please stick around for our one later. On behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank each and every one of you for giving us this opportunity, and in closing, leave you with this. The men and women of the U.S. Army Special Operations Command remain on point for the nation. God bless America. Jason, thank you very much. Here, partner.
Thank you.
Way to go, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Black Daggers! They did a spectacular jump last night down along the beach. We had our evening show out there. It was just tremendous.